Pearls can be one of the most confusing gems to shop for because to the untrained eye, they all pretty much look exactly the same, and yet their price points can vary wildly from very economical to eye-wateringly expensive. The biggest contributing factor to the price point of a pearl is whether it was grown in a freshwater environment in a mussel or in an oyster in a saltwater environment. This speaks directly to how rare the pearl is and therefore how valuable it is. Overall, most pearls are grown in China in freshwater environments, I would say around 85 to 90%, and they have their own very wide scale of quality and value. Saltwater pearls, on the other hand, are definitely your premium price point pearls, and these include Akoyas, which are the smaller Japanese varieties, all the way to your very specialty South Sea pearls and Tahitians. These are definitely the pearls that can get you into the 4 and even 5-figure price points, and I really break this down in our freshwater versus saltwater pearl video, so you're definitely going to want to check that out either now or right after watching this. Pearls get evaluated by several value factors. This can range from matching to symmetry, color, shape, but the things I'm going to talk about today I think are the most important for the average person who is shopping for pearls, and that includes Overtone, Orient, and Lustre. When we talk about the main color of a pearl, which can actually vary quite a bit, probably more than you ever realized, the main color, let's say the creamy white color that we usually see, this is what's called a body color. And of course, all pearls have a main body color, but they can also sometimes have an overtone color and an orient or even both. The main thing to understand about overall quality of pearls and how the quality and price point is affected is that they all contain layers of nacre, and nacre is that substance that is generally white and is the same thing that makes mother of pearl or the coating of a mussel or oyster shell. The more layers and higher quality of layers of nacre that a pearl has, the better chance they have at reflecting and even refracting light back to your eye, which gives them a higher quality appearance. Overtone affects almost all pearls, so regardless if you're shopping for more fashion-forward pieces, let's say on Etsy, or you're in a higher-end designer store looking at very fine pearl necklaces, overtone is something you're definitely going to want to look for in the description of that product or be asking your salesperson about. Overtone is essentially 1 to 3 translucent colors that are basically the highlight of the pearl. It's usually one color, and it's usually described as either green or pink, and this is especially for your standard white pearls. So for example, if you're looking at a pearl bracelet, of course, again, the body color, let's say, is a creamy white. But when light first hits that pearl, it's going to have a slight tint of either green or pink or no overtone at all. Of course, as I'm sure you can guess, pink is definitely the most desirable color, and this is sometimes even described as rose or rosé. And one of the biggest reasons why is that pearls are known for being extremely flattering on the skin. And so of course, what do you want next to your skin? You want that pinkish, healthy pink color. You do not want green. That would kind of have the opposite effect. Having a pink overtone is especially important with Akoya pearls, I will say. They're known for being especially lustrous, and so having that pink overtone is especially important. And you definitely want to have it with anything in these higher price point pearl varieties. As I mentioned, if you're looking for something a little bit more casual or fashion forward and you're not spending a lot of money, the overtone might not matter to you as much. And if you have a jeweler put a green and a pink overtone, pearl necklace side by side, you might not be able to tell the difference right away. So of course it's up to you, but if you are spending a high dollar amount, you're definitely going to want to see that pink color. Now, if you're shopping for something super luxurious, let's say something in the Tahitian pearl variety. With Tahitians, the black pearls, the colors are even extra important because there's all kinds of different varieties and different combinations of body color and overtone. So you even get into overtones like red and purple and really exotic shades. So if you are in the market for something like this, you definitely want to do your research on all these different colors. Orient is a trait that we don't see in a lot of pearls, but we definitely associate it with super high value pearls, and it is a very rare and desirable factor. It essentially happens when you have a lot of high quality layers of nacre, so much so that when white light passes through the pearl, it's getting refracted back to your eye. And again, this means that the white light is being broken down into those rainbow spectral colors, not unlike a diamond. So when you look at those pearls, you're getting this beautiful iridescence of rainbow, almost like an opal, kind of beautiful rainbow colors. And without you knowing exactly why, it makes those pearls look very expensive, rare, and beautiful. While Overtone and Orient are both associated with the color value factor, luster is a whole value factor on its own, and I might say it's actually the most important one. And Overtone and Orient are both associated with how a pearl refracts light, again, turning it into different colors. But luster is pure reflection, pure reflected white light back to your eye. And when we think of pearls, we want them to at least be reflective. We don't want that flat white or flat black appearance. We want them to be very gemstone-like and very reflective and sparkly. So because we're talking about just general light reflection, there's definitely different levels of luster that you can have with a pearl. And if you are looking at high quality pearls that have a GIA certificate, let's say, the luster will be graded as either fair, good, very good, or excellent. I will call out Akoya pearls again here. They are one of the most accessible saltwater varieties, and again, they're known for being on the small side. Definitely don't get as big as your South Sea or Tahitian pearls, which are the largest pearls. But Akoyas are known for having very, very high luster. They're probably one of the most lustrous pearls, and as an example, they can be described as having almost a mirror-like shine. So you can imagine how beautiful and light reflective they are and how gorgeous that would be as a necklace or pair of earrings. Again, definitely check out our freshwater versus saltwater pearl video, because that will really break down how they contrast and compare with each other and make that a lot more clear. Be sure to check us out on Instagram at WinstonGemsandJewellery.com.